When you look at this red door and these beautiful red mandevilla, you know right away inside this home there lives two gardeners and an artist. And when we look into the gardens in this home, you're going to be so satisfied with all the beauty that you see. And Ron and Carol Watkins, thank you so much for this lovely walk in this beautiful garden.
Well, thank you for coming.
And right here, we're going to start with what I call show-stopping plants.
I know. I love the oak leaf hydrangea. There's so many different varieties of it, and it's one of my favorite plants.
Oh, and that one is so beautifully lush also. The leaves are just huge, aren't they? And I love how the porcelain vine here.
I know. I have to contain it because you know it will grow everywhere, but if you just keep sticking it in the little structure, it's fine.
Now, this is a bloom right there. What does that do? Is it a...
It's seeds.
Oh, it's already bloomed.
Yeah.
Okay. And then your white echinacea there.
This is something else that I love to have flowers, and I haven't been able to because you know about 1 o'clock I stop getting sun.
Right.
So I've found that if I plant just little pockets, that it will stay because it gets enough sun apparently.
And you're successfully growing something that I can't.
Hostas?
No,
Oh, the holly fern?
The holly fern. I'm a little bit too cold.
Oh gosh.
Where I am.
Well, that's my favorite fern too. And before I put the hostas in, I actually had this was all holly ferns, and then I decided it was, it needed a break.
And I like the texture contrast between the shiny and then your hosta leaf is puckered and a little bit dulled down. Of course, you have lots of fern. Now tell me, what kind of maintenance do you have to do?
These are established gardens, so, and as you can see, they cover the ground, so there's very, very little maintenance. I do have a lot of autumn fern, and I leave it all winter. And so that means that in the beginning of the summer, I do have to come out and I have to pull out the dead from underneath. But I like to leave it all winter.
I do too. I like it because the birds also like things that they can get into.
Autumn fern loves Memphis.
Well, it loves Clarksville too. And I'm going to stop right here at this beautiful hosta. That is a blue one of some kind, isn't it?
I wish I could tell you the name of it. This is Dancing Lady. And this is one of those giant elephant ears that I got at the Nashville Lawn and Garden Show, I want to say 4 years ago.
Wow.
And it comes back every year.
That's good. That's what I like. We all need to have those things.
Every year.
I saw another colocasia that's happy here too. Looking back, I see the art that's hanging there that makes wind chimes, and so you've got the sights and the sounds and the fragrances. It's all happening right there. Carol, this hosta in this container, I love the combination of the two. This is a sum and substance?
Yes, it is. I knew they got very large, and I wanted to put something. I like lots of plants, and I wanted to put something in here that was going to get real large, and I thought, and it actually does many years. This year, believe it or not, it's kind of smaller than it usually is. It usually comes over and hides the elephant.
This year too.
It did have a slower start.
Yes.
I like a little bit of contrast in things that are in beds and things that are out on the concrete.
Yes, and I noticed that you also put heucheras in the container pots too.
I do. It's my favorite way to raise heuchera. And so I've got one over there that I stuck in that little spot. And I actually did that this year. But I have another one that I did 8 or 9 years ago that's still in the pot.
Carol, the beautiful hydrangeas, this is a spotlight in this corner of your garden.
And I really love these hydrangeas. Actually, last year, none of the neighbors got blooms because of the winter, and I still had blooms. I still had all these blooms.
You probably have a little microclimate here because you have the pool water, and of course it's under a little gem magnolia, so another beautiful plant in your garden. This piece of ironwork makes me want to laugh. These are buzzards?
It is. They're buzzard tree. It's a buzzard tree, and I've loved it for years. I've had it a long time. I've got a metal artist that does a lot of things for me. And I planted all these fatsia underneath it, and actually I just had the green fatsia, and then I discovered these variegated, and I fell in love with those. And then I don't know if that's a brand new cultivar or what.
The variegated one
isn't
down
that
here.
beautiful?
It is, and it's beautiful beside another yellow hosta. All of this is very cohesive and monochromatic. It's just, it's beautiful. Carol, standing here beside your home, I can see the gracefulness of your trees that surround this area. And you know, I know they just don't naturally grow in these positions. So I think you've taken that ability to see things and made it fit its environment, haven't you?
Well, I feel like I've had to do that. I've had to doing some pruning on my trees to make sure that people can walk, number one, and also, you know, whenever you get a tree, it will make its own way, and sometimes it's not the way you want it to be.
Yeah. It's intimidating to prune on our Japanese maples. Give me the process of how you got the courage and what you do.
Well, you really should prune in the winter time, and that's when you know the structure of the tree. And you know, pruning is a science, and I'm certainly not an expert on it, but I have a million books.
Right, so you
And
want it to go that way instead of this way.
it was leaning this way because the sun comes, I guess.
Yes, it seeks the sun.
It was small, and so it was just leaning that way. So I kept pruning it to try to get it more upright.
You know, Carol, your gardens are southern looking, but this right here puts us in the tropics, doesn't it?
I know it does. It's one of my favorite plants, and it's so colorful that, you know, I just have to get it.
Well, again, I can't imagine this corner without this color, and that's the wonder of container planting. There's no denying what yellow does, is it?
I know, it's a pop of color.
It is, and these are beautiful.
I just love them, and they get a lot of attention from people.
Sometimes in life we have to make a decision. We have to move, and as garden and plant enthusiasts, we have to decide, can we leave behind things?
That was a hard thing for me to do when I left my other house, because I had invested so much in all the plants I had there. So I talked to the woman that bought the house and told her I wanted to, you know, I wanted to be able to dig up quite a few things, and she agreed that I could. This is a phantom hydrangea, which doesn't bloom until the end of the summer.
That's a good thing to
And-
know, phantom hydrangea.
There's a redbud back there that was in our front yard at our other house that was not near that size, and we brought it. These roses were in the front of the house, and we wanted to keep them when we did this addition. So my husband built a big berm over in the back, and we called it our hospital, and we moved all the plants that we wanted to save into the hospital, and then these roses got moved here.
Well, I think that is encouraging, because all of us face that decision sometimes. I hope I don't, but we get attached, and it is something that we do with love, hoping it'll work out, don't we?
Right, we sure do.
How can I say thank you, Carol and Ron? This is so pleasant, so beautiful, and so welcoming. And thank you for allowing us to come into your very private space and learn your knowledge of what you've done here in Memphis.
Well, thank you, Annette. It's been great having you. I really appreciate it. Can I give you a hug?
Well, of course.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.